Hey everyone, Jay here. Hope everyone's staying nice and warm and healthy out there. Well, if you guys made it, we have another worm feed here. This will be episode 3, season 1. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up before I even try to move this whole thing. But what we got going on here are the usual suspects. We have the crushed eggshells, the coffee grounds, and then the cardboard. I have just some old leaves. I think there's some old leaves under there too. I'm not going to try to move this whole thing at once because I already see a disaster happening. But yeah, let's just jump straight into it here. Yep, so mainly what I do, I'll just come on in here, give them some eggshells for the grit. They don't have teeth, so it helps them digest everything and chew everything up. I don't go crazy on the eggshells, just to add a little grit in there. So I'll do yay. I'll do about half of this because I have another bin I've got to do right after this one. And this is roughly 15 pods, I believe, of just coffee grounds. So I'll just yay it. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just get it in there. And then the cardboard. Get some cardboard going. And we're going to give it a nice little stir here. Yeah, so mainly, if you guys and girls are thinking about getting into worms, I would do it. I mean, the amount of money I save on worm castings, you figure you're going to spend what, 30, 40 bucks on a bag, like a 30-pound bag or whatever. That's going to last you a run maybe. Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. So, but I am trying something new this time. I see a lot of people posting doing the slurries, and it only makes sense because if you break this down for them, for the microbes and everything, get it started for them, they can get through it a lot quicker, and you can get your castings a lot sooner. But I'm averaging right now, I think I said in my first video, I get 3 5-gallon buckets full, right around the four-ish month mark, right around in there. So mainly what I'm doing, I'm just stirring all this up, aerating it for them. I don't like wearing gloves. I see people wearing gloves. I like feeling this. I can feel, the texture. I can feel how moist it is. They like it sloppy and moist in here. Break up some of this. Yeah, they went through that slop quick. Because normally I'd have the banana peels, and after 7 days, I'd still be able to see the banana peels, but they'd all be working on it. But there's nothing there now. So I'll just make it as even as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, And then what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to start over here on this side. Throw some cardboard in there. It just helps soak up a lot of the juice because I mixed it up with some water too, just so it wasn't so thick coming out. That's good. Yeah, so like I said, this is just mainly banana peels on this one. A couple strawberry tops. That's it. So, oh yeah. They're gonna like this. So what I'll do next week is I'll just feed over on the opposite side. So that way they can kind of get some exercise back and forth. Yeah, it's about half. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Slop that in there nice and good. I'll even throw a few more on top. Cover it back up over here. And that's it, fellas. Ladies, that is all I do. But what I'm gonna do different next run is, because I'm all out of the Coco coir, and the only reason I'm using the Coco coir is I kind of made a whoopsie when I was buying my soil the one time. I bought the CC version instead of the HP that I normally get. I mean, which is fine. I used it for the worms. But right now, if you were even thinking about starting a worm farm, doesn't have to be anything huge. I think I started out with a half a pound of worms, and now I have, a bin the same size as this, pretty much identical, with the same amount of worms, give or take. I bought worms one time, and that was it. So, yeah, see, here's a little bit of a banana peel left over. So that takes a while for them. So here's a little fella right on here. Hey, buddy, what's up? I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, there's a little red wiggler right here. Oh yeah, so speaking of the worms, there are two different kinds of worms in here. There's red wigglers and there's European night crawlers. So the red wigglers, they like to hang out on the top and maybe a few inches down. The European night crawlers, they like to go deeper. So that's why I kind of got like one of these deeper bins. I'll write in the description everything that I use kind of right here. But I mean, this is pretty much it. I'll put some more cardboard on the top. If I want, I can spray the top down a little bit just to kind of soggy the cardboard down. But I mean, you really don't have to. But you want it to stay moist in here. But like I said, you don't want the swamp thing coming out one morning and getting you. You don't want them swimming down here in it. You just want it just nice and soggy. Yeah, I'll just, nothing crazy. Spray down the top. And if you're ever worried about this smelling, like this honestly just smells like clean, like earth. You know what I mean? When you get like a fresh new batch of soil, you open it up and you kind of stir it around. That's what this smells like. You don't smell any of the food that's in there. I mean, if you look at the sides, they're not trying to escape. This is pretty much like the Lotel Motel. You're just trying to keep everyone happy in here. Just be a good host. I mean, if you eat decent and you have cardboard, yeah, that's where I was going and I forgot. Cardboard, if you're thinking about this, start stockpiling on cardboard. I mean, you can get it free. I mean, if you have Amazon boxes laying around, if not, I'm sure neighbors have boxes out at the curb. That's all fair game. Before I got all this cardboard, I went into a few dumpsters and I pulled out a bunch. It doesn't matter. Get yourself, if you have a shredder, get yourself a good shredder off of Amazon. I'm about to get one here pretty soon because the last one I had, it was an old one. It wasn't even meant for cardboard. So I totaled that one pretty quick. But all right, yeah, I'm starting to drag this one out though, fellas. But just, yeah, get yourself, her name is Mimi's Worms. She has a page on YouTube and she has a whole operation if you guys and girls want to check her out. I keep forgetting to mention her name and I apologize, but she's got an amazing story, which I won't ruin. But so if you guys want to go check out and see like why she actually got started into, the worming industry, it's really interesting. But all right, yeah, I have another bin I have to do. And then I'm going to try to get in there and I still have to water today. So thank you for stopping by, everyone. And yeah, 7 days, I'll be back. Maybe even sooner now with this slurry that I'm adding. It's going quick. Like I said, they don't have to break down, none of the hard food, the peels and stuff like that. It's just, they can swim in it, literally. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for stopping by. We will see you guys. Thank you.